Howdy folks, this is Super Worry here and welcome back to another review. And what do we have here? A sequel to 2015's video, the Weegee Labyrinth, if I say that correctly. Boy, but is it a really good successor? Let's find out. Right off the bat, I would say it's a good follow-up, but I still prefer its predecessor. So, here we go. To start off, Luigi, Shroomy, and Boopkins playing around with their dolls, and the sassy Toad comes by to say, "This is sad." Luigi looks back and gives Toad his own toy, to which he replies he hated it. Luigi goes back to play with some Weegee doll, but goes missing. So he looks around to find it, but it turns out to be possessed. When things got horribly wrong, the doll starts to attack or hug Toad as its first victim. The gang escapes to town from the zombie dolls, causing havoc in the streets as three try to come up with a way to stop them. I'd like to stop here for a moment to praise the gags of a Goomba Dad horrified by Goombario and Shroomy setting himself on fire. I don't know why, but stuff like that cracks me up. So the gang runs into an ice cream shop where they bump to SMG4 and close the door behind him. He gets locked out with only seconds to spare to let him in, but nope. It would have been helpful if he survived with the others, yet he gets Weegee-fied. Rip. Then the guys hopelessly lock themselves in the freezer to see if help is on the way. Only get trapped for 500 years. A la SpongeBob's SB-129 reference. In the year 2519, well, a little kid Weegee enters the shop playing with his soccer ball, stumbling upon the freezer door, looking for it, opens and in it finds the frozen statues of the guys. Luigi falls onto the kid, and the three characters are thawed out the freezer. Then they explore the Weegee apocalypse, finding out their world is overtaken by zombies, causing chaos, lounging, and well, you guess what you know. Weegee's doing it. Okay, upon their explanation, they find out it has been half a millennia since the Mushroom Kingdom. It was invaded, as said, by the leader of Weegees. Boopkins is distraught with the thought of his friend's fate. Shroomy declares that they should all live in the mountains from now on. But a shocked and surprised Luigi jumps onto the nearest car saying there has to be a way out of this. Accidentally triggered alarm with the ground pound. It interrupts the doll ceremony and crowds corners their founders and his friends. But a mysterious figure in the car saves the day, blasting the hawkage Weegee, and the three jump in for the ride. Said figure has to be a descendant of Mario, who looks like just like his ancestor, or as a present himself. Yeah, Mario's great-great-great-great-great-grandson. To avoid confusion, yeah. Okay. Well, we'll refer him as Grandson Mario. Okay. Back at Mario's abandoned home, Grandson explains that Professor Ega and his descendants have been building a time machine to stop the events of the Weegee invasion. But his lab was invaded by the zombie dolls once it was finished, Shroomy expressing how convenient that narrative is. And SMG4 doll breaks the fourth wall, telling him to shut up. Pretty hilarious. The gang decides to snake in the place to get to the machine in order to go back home. Later, Luigi enters the lab by pretending to be one of the dolls, which successful results. As he distracts the Weegees out of the room with Boopkins' horrified word karaoke. Get that out of my ears. He notifies the others to get out of the van. They search for the time machine's power source. Shroomy finds it, and he pressed the button, attracting dolls in the other room with a loud PlayStation 2 startup. He done guffed. as the mob barks into the lab and the gang hop onto the machine except for grandson. He stays to hold off the Weegees with the shotgun, blasting them one by one. Shumi looks for the present-day destination, which happens to be the last setting of the machine. Expressing the convenience again, the glitchy doll reappears angered by criticism of the script. Even though it was explained that the machine can go back up to 500 years. I sure do love me some full-floor bricks. Bookins witness grandson being swarmed by the dolls in horror, but he said they should just go. Luigi explains they will never forget him seeing his distant nephew giving a thumbs up as they travel back in time. Successfully moved back to the present, the trio check on their past selves playing with their toys. The moment Luigi's talk to Toad, the Weegee doll starts floating menacingly, but future Shumi lassos the thing before he does anything else. Looking for answers, the defect dolls refers to the events of Luigi's Labyrinth, the old 2015 video, as afterwards his kind was sold as manufacturing items, while others were sent out in the wild being treated like animals. For the past 4 years, things were practically normal with the existence of the dolls, but one of them hasn't forgotten what humanity has done in the meantime. Before they could start the rampage, Shumi shoots it down clean, and as a result erase their timeline, making the three disappear back where they started in the new timeline. Luigi, Boopkins, and Shumi continue playing with a wedding for Squidward and Weegee plushies. Lovely ending. So that's the video summary. What are my thoughts? I say it's a great episode. The story does a good job continuing the events of Luigi Labyrinth. The character interaction is also good stuff. And Luigi's starring role is very unique to the series since Mario usually, takes the spotlight. Not counting this video. The humor is on par, but feels sort of slow due to being an action-oriented plot. Shumi's movement is all over the place, lacking consistency among the rest of the characters. But hey, what can you do working on a 50-year-old engine every week? The fourth wall bricks are clever, but if they used more often, they could have gotten tiring, which I'm glad they were used only twice. Finally, one thing that bothers me the most is the thumbnail. It's misleading. It implies that the actual Mario makes an appearance in it, but that happens to be false. Were they planning apart the rest of the cast reacts to the zombie outbreak? That could explain why Mario's in the picture. Otherwise, I put the actual starring characters there along with him. So the video would still perform if Mario had to be included as usual. So the Weegee Uprising gets a score of 8.5 out of 10 for me. Luigi Labyrinth is still a better video if you ask me, but this one is also a good watch. That's my rating. Please don't kill me. SMG4. Anyway guys, thanks for checking it out. This video, I will see you next time in my next video. Peace out. No. Get away from me. Bye.